it's Jennifer from Flux. In this Yarn 101, we're going to be taking a closer look at a yarn called Irresistible by Red Heart. This is one of the newer yarns in the Red Heart family. They have a lot of new yarn coming out right now. And this is a really fluffy, squishy, super chunky yarn that's really popular and very on trend right now. You can see this picture here of this blanket. It's very chunky and thick yarn. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the colors now. It comes in a lot of pretty colors. This here is called chartreuse, so just a pretty green color. And then this aqua color I have here is called aqua. And then this is like a soft gray. It's called silver. So let me go ahead and show you all the colors that Irresistible comes in. So like I mentioned before, this is really thick and fluffy and bulky. We can look at the yarn label here and see that it's a 7 on the yarn weight scale, jumbo. So it's very, very large. It's almost like a rope. And the recommended hook size for the crocheters is a 15mm Q crochet hook. And for the knitters, they recommend a 25mm US 50 knitting needle. The care instructions are to hand wash cold, dry flat, do not iron, do not bleach, professionally dry clean. So consider that when you're checking out this yarn for the care instructions. The fiber contents are 90% acrylic and 10% wool. And if we roll this back here, it does come in dye lots. Now this is the chartreuse. So if you're working on a project, just make sure you have enough of the same dye lot to complete your project to avoid any coloring variations of the colors of your project. The balls of this yarn are 29 yards each, 26 meters, 10 ounces, 283 grams. And this project here is a good example of how it will look when it's worked up. This is a knitted project. It's just a simple, straightforward blanket using 8 balls of the oatmeal color. And they use the US 50 knitting needles. So you can see a nice project on here. And if you turn it around here, now let me just peek here. Sometimes the pattern, actually, let me just open this yarn label up. Yes, the pattern is on the inside of the yarn label. So usually you'll get that with the Red Heart yarn. I just wanted to peek just to make sure so I could tell you the right thing. But if you go to redheart.com, and or their social media, they share lots of their free patterns. So there are lots of patterns for this yarn and any of their other yarns that they make. They also make the pattern in French as well on the back of here. So that is Irresistible from Red Heart. This is a really fun yarn, and I have a project coming up with this. I'm just going to pull a strand out of here to show you. But you can see it's just really thick and fun. If you haven't experimented with really thick jumbo yarn like this before, this would be a great project to try with one ball, a small project. Or you could do multiple balls like this and do a nice little throw as the colder months are approaching. So that is Irresistible from Red Heart. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the subscribe button to get all the latest Flux video updates. Thanks again.